Welcome back, guys, for our last installment of UV mapping in Maya. So where I left off last time was I had you guys go ahead and finish up those last few parts of the interior of the mouth and nose uh, and eyes. While I was doing that, though, I did and I finished those. I put them over here. There's these little pieces right here. But I did notice there's a couple little problems here that I wanted to kind of go over with you guys in case you were following along very closely and noticed that the interior of the mouth here has some blue overlap, and those are a couple pieces that are on the very edge of the lip that you kind of have to make your call on whether you want that to be part of the interior or exterior of the mouth. With the way the map is looking so far, I think that would be beneficial for us to have that part of the interior as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch them and make sure that, or cut them away and stitch them to the interior of the mouth. So I already had that edge highlighted, as you can see, and we'll just go ahead and cut that, and then we'll select the UVs for those ones and pull them away. Okay, and it looks like that's almost taken care of. Let's go ahead and unfold this area here and see what happens. Okay, well, we have a little bit of overlap here, and that's going to be looking like, since Maya doesn't want to unfold that area, that we'll just have to manually push it down a little bit, and that's not too big of a deal. It's just a little bit of point clicking. So let's brute force it into the shape we want it so there's no overlap. Looks like we might have to expand our area by 1. Okay. Then we will deselect these other ones so I can get that other corner back up. Okay. That looks pretty decent. Nothing too noticeable there. And we have our 2 extra pieces here now taken away, and those now belong to the interior of the mouth. So let's go ahead and bring those guys over there. Alright, bring that in. Let's see what part of the mouth that goes on. Goes right over there. Okay, excellent. Let's see if it just jumps into place for us. Of course it did. Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and unfold that area. Got a little piece here I forgot to stitch in. Okay, good. Alright, and we got this one here. We'll go ahead and stitch that one in as well. Oh, got a little piece up here. Don't want that. Don't want that. Let's just bring that in. Oh, got that piece again. Okay, I'm not going to finish. I'll be too finicky with this. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just trying to kind of set a good example on the way that things should look. But anyways. There. Okay, leave that alone. I could make that look a little prettier, but I don't need to. I'm just going to call it and say okay. Those interior pieces are done. Other thing I was noticing that this piece here wraps off the back of the head, but there's a big chunk here that was missing, and I noticed that when I highlighted it, it highlighted on this side as well, which means that that's the back of the neck that also wraps around to the front. So I'm just going to probably just cut this piece here loose and stitch it to the front side. And actually, I think it'd probably be smart of me to just there we go, make a little cut there, and let's see if it just goes where I want to. Maybe need a little bit more than I thought. This piece here, yeah, I'm gonna need this whole chunk here. Okay, so no problem. We'll just select a little higher. Oh yeah, there's a break right there, so it didn't know what to do, so it stopped. No problem. I can do it. Just more clicking. Okay. There. Let's go ahead and cut that piece free. And if we're lucky, it'll just jump right in where I want it to. Of course we're not that lucky. It's not quite taking everything I want. I don't want to eat up too much of our time on this one. We're already 6 minutes in. Okay. So now we got this guy here. Hopefully he will just go right where I want him to without any more problems. Except for this guy over here, he wants to be a problem. Okay. Hopefully unfolding this will solve that problem. Yeah, I did a pretty good job of it. Not a lot of work left to do on that side. Just do a group stitch real quick there and unfold that. Okay. Nope. Got a couple different places I didn't want. Torso. As we are starting to get our puzzle pieces, I want to jump into each other. They're all starting to connect now. Okay, well. Okay. That's a little bit of a little problem area I'll leave for later. Let's go ahead and jump into our ears and get those guys going. I'm going to do one ear just like I did for the arms and the legs, and I'll let you guys go ahead and do the other ear. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're working with there, and that way we don't run out of completely time while I'm trying to fix that one little area so my map is a little more pretty. Okay, so now that we already have most of the face mapped out, you'll see these areas here. That kind of makes it easy for us to now just unselect the areas we don't want so that we can just map the ear. So go to create UVs, automatic mapping. You guys are probably getting very used to doing this by now. Okay. Let's bring those over there. And we aren't going to connect them to the head. The head's going to be its own piece and the ears will be their own piece. So let's first address the exterior of the ear. And let's say we get those pieces connected up. Let's get this head out of the way so that it's not getting mixed up with our finer pieces here. Okay. Okay. Got some of those inside ear pieces going. Let's go unfold that, see if that helps. No, I'm not sure if that was helped or hurt. It might have hurt. That's a little better. Okay. How about if we select those? That looks good. That looks good. Same pieces highlighting that I'm wanting, so let's go ahead and get them all in there and unfold, see what happens. That looks pretty decent. Still got a little mess in here to untangle, but I'm sure I could follow the line and figure out what goes to what. Pretty sure you guys are getting there too. probably pointing out some of my own mistakes. If you like it, you could add comments down there, tell me what you see that I'm doing wrong, which I'm not going to say that I don't ever make mistakes. That would be wrong of me to say. I make mistakes all the time. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, let's see if we unfold that and what that gives us. We got a piece here probably. Cool. And that piece goes right in there. Let's unfold that. Okay. What else we got for the ears? See some more big pieces here. Okay, well, let's put those on this side. Nothing says we can't. Okay, and what about this guy over here? Let's bring some of these pieces down here so we can see what we're working with. Trying to get away from us. Okay. Great. Okay. How about this big guy here? No, I don't see anything. How about we get it over there? Oh, I see something up there. Okay, so it looks like, let's see what happens if we do that. And unfold it. Oh, that's a little bit too extreme. That's a little better. Okay, how about some of these other pieces? There we go. Alright, let's see some pieces down here to connect them. There happens to select all of them. Probably just go right on in, huh? Oh, took it probably over to the head. Yeah, we don't want you on the head. You are going to be your own piece, guy. Okay. Let's see what we got next. How about this guy? Goes right in there. And nicely. Let's see if we unfold it. If it makes it any prettier. How about this guy? That was good. Good. Okay. Let's check out these last pieces here. It goes right on in there. Sure, going in there. That's great. Okay. Nope. Not that extreme, Maya. That's better. Interior piece, that should go right on in. More interior pieces, they should probably just go right on in. Let's unfold that and see how that looks. Almost. There we go. Last piece. Alright. I think that pretty much wraps up from here. And I don't know. I don't think it was. Oh, didn't even notice it shrunk all the way down. There we go. Let's try that. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, so it wasn't really quite as hard as the arms or the legs by any means, but it's definitely its own little animal. So that's why I broke the ears off and wanted them to be their own piece. That red means that we have an upside down UV is facing the wrong direction. Don't want that. Okay. Alright, so I think that is going to call it for this ear. That means this one's done. I'll let you guys go ahead and do the other one on your own. Just use the same process. I'll shrink this guy down, put him over here. So the only thing you guys aren't going to see when I'm done with this is the other ear, because I'm not going to start another video just to show you guys that I did in fact model the other ear for you guys. You guys just got to take my word on it. I went this far and I went the extra mile, finished the other ear myself. But now back to this head. We want to finish this up a little bit. So pretty much all we need to do is get this front jowl area kind of cleaned up a little bit. We might have to take a little piece off the torso to clean up that area. Let's shrink it down a little bit. It's getting kind of intense in size. We'll have to shrink it more, but that will do for right now, since we're going to probably end up cutting a little piece off of the torso to fill in for the neck. Okay, so stitch that piece in. This is the piece that's we're going to have to stitch off from torso. So let's see what we're looking at here as far as how far this goes down. Right there. Okay, well that seems like a pretty decent place to cut off. Let's see what it looks like on the torso. Okay, I see it. It's right there. Let's go ahead and cut that piece off. There we go. Click, 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 click. There we go. Alright, let's cut that piece free. Slap it inside where our neck needs to go. Oh. Don't just want it in the Y or the X. We need it in both. Come on, give me that. There we go. Okay, and let's set all those edges and just stitch it on in there. Perfect. Drop these guys. Oh, no. So I'm going to have to steal another little piece off of there. Kind of knew that was going to happen. I'm sure you guys did too as you saw me cutting it away. There's a little piece hanging out behind. We're going to have to cut off. Okay, check this out. Let's stitch that over there. See what happens. Looks like I took care of it for us. Okay, so if we want to, like I said earlier, probably 2 or 3 lessons back when we were just talking about getting started on the head, you might want a seam that just goes right at the back here. And you unfold from that seam. So typically that would kind of start right around there, and that was almost where we were taking it from. I think we took it actually from down here. It looks like that's probably okay. All we really have to do is just kind of resolve this little nasty looking guy over here in the corner, and we plop something on the side over here, even up this side. We'll see what I can do in the next few minutes, but realistically this is getting pretty close to the end. If you really want to, like, you could almost move this guy and just get him over in position. And I'm going to actually do that right now, just so that if I run out of time I'll have to start another video for another minute talk. But you'd want to give, and then you'd go ahead and move him into position like this, and then you'd have him in there. And alright, so we need to deal with this little area down here. So let's see if we can knock that out in the next few minutes. Got this guy here. Not sure what he goes to. Got this guy right here. Let's frame it out, see where we're at. What is connecting these two? I honestly don't think that one point should hold it there. Where are you at? There you are. Underneath your ear. Okay, so You got one edge right there. Maybe we'll just cut this one free. How about that? We'll just take that whole piece away. Let's see what it attaches to on this side. Anything? No? Oh, this is actually part of the ear that accidentally got mapped. That's why it's so ugly looking. Huh. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Let's get rid of that guy. We don't need him. Let's go ahead and take this and we'll throw it back in the area of the ear, which you will be modeling yourselves later. Okay, and let's see about this whole little area right here. I feel like we're missing a little bit of geometry there. Edge. Let's go ahead and grab all those edges in here and see what we got. Did we catch all of them? We did. So where does that go to then? Oh, it goes to itself. Huh. Of course it does. Over here. Yeah, this is just closing on itself. Alright, so let's just unfold this little section. That looks a little more even and balanced. I was wondering why one side of the head looked a little chintzier than the other. Okay, well that should pretty much do it. I mean, the whole head is there. The seams for that head go right up by the ear where we want that to go, and they go around the ear over here to the back of the head. And that cuts around here, and yeah, and then you have this whole area down here, which I kind of feel like there's actually, the neck has too much resolution space. So since I still have a couple minutes, I'm going to go ahead and grow that out a little bit. And then remove those UVs. Kind of bring those ones up. Oh. Basically trying to create some more space so the face can have a little bit more texture. It's all about giving the face as much texture space as possible so you can get your details in there. And if you're using an exterior program like Mudbox or ZBrush, your UV's not being perfectly unfolded really won't matter too much. If they're really bad, you'll have some funny results, but if they're not perfect because you've been kind of nudging them in the right direction, those programs can kind of handle that. So, alright, so that kind of gives us some more space. I think that if we turn this on its side a little bit, it'll actually give us more room to scale this up. Alright. Nope, not that direction. There we go. Okay, and I think that we could probably rotate this hand here so that there's no overlap. Let me just shrink it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we have our head, our torso, our interior of our face parts, and our ear. We create the other ear. We'll just put it in this little area right here. We got our hands, and we got our legs. So that pretty much takes care of it. Our elf its UVs are pretty much all laid out. Don't forget to delete history. There's seams along the neck, on the interior of the arms, and the interior of the legs, and around the hips, and where the legs and arms connect to the torso. So yeah, that pretty much takes care of this. At this point, if you had an exterior program such as Mudbox or ZBrush that you want to export your mesh to, you just have to remove all these UVs once you have your ear done as well, and just move them over into this quadrant. So it's in quadrant 1, and then you would just go to File, Export, Send as New Scene to Mudbox, or if you had ZBrush, you can do it that way. And as long as your mesh agrees with the program, they will go ahead and take it in. It'll take all your UVs, and you can go ahead and start painting textures and sculpting on your elf. So thank you again for taking your time to go through and listen to these videos, watch and follow along if you were. And I will see you next time.